This episode is a lot of fun. It really is, because Eric and I definitely have this like super ranty vibe, and we also tend to get a little drink going on before and during. So it's full of passion, which is what I love. I want people to be passionate about things. In this episode, we definitely talk a lot about guilty pleasures, is the way that I would describe it. For some people who try way too fucking hard to be like the cool guy, this is saying, you got nerd shit you're into? Fucking be into it. Love it. And for other parts of this episode, we're just talking about things that other people do that piss us off. So don't fucking do it. And if you live in South Carolina, I know for a fact that you will 1000% relate to this. So definitely stick it out to the end. His little last story is so funny. I can't wait. And another thing, we have another friend of ours that's sitting in the corner. She didn't want to be on the actual podcast, which is totally fine, but she chimes in from time to time. So we call her PG, or Peanut Gallery. And for those of you that are watching it on YouTube, I'm going to put captions so that you'll understand what she's saying. For the rest of you listening, I try and paraphrase as best I can. So if you get a little confused, just go to YouTube, find that section, and enjoy all of the laughs. And I'm going to speed this up so that the freaking camera doesn't stop. Anyways, I'm ranting again. Before I go to the episode, this episode, like all the other episodes, is brought to you by Oak Road Brewery. Living our best lager life in Somerville, the first brewery. You can go there all the time. We are jam-packed, loading every weekday with as much activities and events as we possibly can. We're talking live music, trivia, bingo, food trucks, just anything you think you can get your hands on. We're working on arts and crafts stuff. It's awesome. I keep saying we because we work together. Baked Cat Studio is another sponsor. If you don't already know that, we're pretty much the same company. This is just the podcast that goes on in Baked Cat Studio. It's all connected. And that's the rest of the ads. So don't worry about it. Enjoy, laugh, and comment if you want, because there's a section where I am begging people to comment. Bring it on. Okay? Bring it on. All right.
Oh, gee whiz, Satan. Why am I so unhappy?
Jim. It's just like I said, Jimmy Jim. It's like I said.
Just stop sucking so much.
Cause you suck, Jimmy. All of the things are going on. Do you remember how to talk into that thing? No.
You open your mouth and then words come out.
Wow. The peanut gallery kicking it in already. Yeah, so you want to talk through the kneewer. You see where the kneewer is? Is it looking at you? Slide the mic up a little bit. Oh yeah, now it's pointing the opposite direction. Keep spinning. There you go. Yeah. And you should be able to tell if you put your headphones on. You can...
So you've got to talk to it like this.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm so glad that you did that. It was wonderful.
Oh, there should. Wait,
Well,
which is the right?
At least
here?
there's one. It may say on there.
It does.
Yeah.
The left is always the corded side. I hate that.
You don't have to. You could. It's not like a stereo listening. You could. The stereo goes both ways, right? Mono is obviously the same way.
Goes both ways.
Man, shut the fuck up, Siri. Ain't nobody talking to you.
Siri's like, I want some of that stereo. It goes both ways.
Kicking it off good. All right. For this drunk history, we are...
The drunk history.
I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting all night to say that.
I don't know much history.
I've been watching some drunk history lately, and it just makes me laugh because, like, we've been drinking a little bit, and now we're about to crack open a fresh bottle.
Oh, gosh.
My parents gave me a shout out to my dad and stepmom. We're drinking... Oh, why did I say that? I don't know how to pronounce this. Peanut Gallery? It looks like Shield Day? Like Shield and Craig together.
Schnapps?
Shield Egg. Shielding. Oh wait, I have a camera. You guys can just fucking read this.
Shielding.
How about that new technology? We can see shit. All right, so here's that. Oh, I should have got that on the.
Yeah, that was very satisfying. Oh,
That was good. All right, so Kristen has no eyes. I'll bring it to you. Eric has whiskey stones. And I have regular eyes because I'm a bitch. I need that shit watered down. And I imagine you're being sarcastic because the service here is shit.
No, it's lovely. I don't even have to get up.
Oh, you meant like the service. I thought you meant like phone service. It's the worst.
what, phone service? I don't think I've ever had bad phone service here.
I get like one fucking bar here.
Yeah, I got 4 bars right now.
What's
That's better than what I get at home. I get like 2 bars at home.
You get 4?
Here? Yeah. At home I get 2, but that's because I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Fuck, I have one. Who do you have? Verizon?
AT&T.
I have AT&T. This is blasphemy.
I don't know what they're jipping you, man, because I got 4 bars right now.
I already feel like they're jipping me. I'm paying so much money, and I have such an old phone. Like, where the fuck? Actually, I need this. I need to get a new one. Oh, Eric already drank, but cheers, brother.
Mm.
No, oh god. Don't spit it back.
It went up my nose. Starting off strong. All right, let's fix that. All right.
Yeah. All right, real cheers. Hey, thanks for. Oh, I hit that. Oh, yeah, I didn't. God damn it. All right, there we go. Covered all the bases, everybody. Mm-hmm.
Your face.
Wow. That is fucking smoky as shit.
I
Wow. They
like
doused
that,
this
though.
bottle in a fire.
Campfire.
I like to
They
think that
battled
I'm
a
drinking
dragon
fire.
on a mountain of gold to get this whiskey. It is so smoky.
Smog.
Fuck.
Smog. What are you doing? That's
like-
what it means.
Yeah, I feel like I just...
Shield egg. That's what they use to protect themselves against the dragon.
I was about
Shield
to
egg! It's like breathing fire on them. And they're just like holding the whiskey bottle like a little bit closer. We need the smoke.
a little bit longer. I can't
Fuck-
hold it anymore.
Fuck the gold. Think of the Scotch. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of dwarves
like
and
that.
like an
It had
elf
to be
and
dwarves.
yeah, bunch of fucking dwarves.
One like super fucking scared human was like, this was a mistake. Why am I here?
Yeah,
There's always one dumb human. And like,
it's always the fucking humans.
yeah, we're notoriously stupid, which is really disappointing.
It's like Lord of the Rings, man. It's always the fucking humans. They're
That's-
always ruining shit.
That's what I was referencing, I guess. I don't have a lot of other fantasy comparisons, really, of races, at least.
I have a painful amount.
Actually,
Don't wanna-
Glenn Cook does a decent amount of...
I'm disappointed in
Fantasy.
myself.
Yeah.
I am very
Yeah, why did you
disappointed.
sound disappointed in
I am
yourself?
very disappointed because I live in a realm of like fantasy and sci-fi and shit.
Do you know how many people love that? That's
Oh my god, I love sci-fi.
There you go. That's
Just
what's important.
all of it.
To bring on the dystopian society.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to Satan here. I've got Eric back. And last time you were here was Thanksgiving, which
That was a shit show.
we were also completely
Dude,
shit-faced
we
for.
were really shit-faced for that.
Good
one.
times. And we filmed that. That was like the first one that I filmed in a long time. You kind of kicked it off, and here we go.
Because the fire in the background sounded like we were getting shot at. Is he really calling me back right now?
You're going to put Mike on? Make him on the podcast?
No, I'm not putting Mike on.
Oh, okay.
Mike's already got social anxiety. That's just going to make him turtle even more.
You don't have to tell him he's on there.
Huh?
Just be like, all right, Dungeons and Dragons stuff, let's go. Let's hear it. I'm ready. I'm embracing my nerd shit. All right, bring it on. I told friends today that I couldn't hang out because I had a meeting. And they're like, oh, you have a meeting? What kind of meeting? Like, oh, I have a nerd meeting. What do you mean by nerd meeting? I'm doing Dungeons and Dragons things.
Dude, so like the first time I actually like canceled plans on somebody for Dungeons and Dragons, they were just like looked at me and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, this is more exciting than anything I'd be doing with you right now because I'm falling over like a fucking cliff or some shit or fighting a dragon or some shit and I'm just like sitting in your kitchen talking about how much we hate pickles or some shit like that. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Who the fuck hates pickles?
Exactly. So
Ew. Oh, we have this just like right in our face, and I don't want it. I want to look at you clear and beautiful and sexy. Look at that beard.
oh god.
I like to flatter my guests.
I almost cut it off. I almost cut it off last weekend.
What? I just made the decision to grow it out. I said, fuck the mask. I'm just going to grow it out.
Yeah, it's the bandana definitely helps.
That's
when it comes
true.
to masks. Because if I put like a regular blue surgical mask over it, it's like this part and then just like this piece sticking down and like I feel like a fucking idiot right now. Like whenever I look at anybody
at the bottom.
whenever I look at anybody in the face and I'm like, they're not looking at me right now. They're looking at how that little tiny square covers this man bush of a face. Like
It does. It kind of looks like you have like chin pubes just poking out the bottom.
that's
like,
what and
control
like
the monster.
especially the mornings, I'm just like, dude, it's already curly as shit. If I don't get up in the morning and like wash my face or something, that shit's like, it'll be like smashed perfectly flat one side or something. So I know there's like those mornings where I like try and get it under control, but I didn't wash my face or something. So I like go up to somebody and I got that little like little, I don't know, thong of a face fucking mask over my beard. And I've got like basically the bush from hell just like doing whatever the fuck it's going to do. Popping out from all around it.
You think that Manscaped would attack the whole like chin pubes thing for the mask, but they haven't. It's super annoying with the mask, man. You put that on and it just takes all your hairs and it's like, oh, you naturally go down? How about up? Have you ever thought about going up before? And some of your facial hairs are like, nah, bro, I want to go down. And then the other half are like, yeah, sure, I'm feeling adventurous. Let's go up for a change.
What about the really
You
crazy
look like
ones?
a
They're just
fucking
like,
psycho.
we're not going down, we're not going up, we're just going straight out. Just straight out. I'm like, how?
He's trying to peel a zombie with his like, let's go. Just gonna chin attack.
Well, like I didn't know
somebody.
I was a cat where I'm like feeling my way through the night and shit with my beard.
my
Just
God,
like my
that would
beard's
work.
just walking along, just like dragging me. Oh god, I even just grabbed the mic with it a little bit.
I think we caught that on sound.
I heard it. That's why I was just like, I don't like this.
Can you imagine the situation where you'd have to rely on whiskers to tell you where to go? Like, you have to be so close to things. As humans, like we were saying earlier, we're dumb as fuck. There's no way that you would be able to use whiskers to make it through a specific blind situation and feel your way around. We would run into walls immediately.
Well, I'm like, what is... I've actually looked up like what the evolutionary purpose of a beard is.
Is it not warmth?
No.
That seems too childish.
The most agreed upon thing is facial protection from like blunt force impact.
You
So,
gotta
like,
be kidding me.
It's a legitimate thing, yeah.
Do you mean to tell me if you were to get punched in the jaw versus me getting punched in the jaw, it would hurt less on you than me?
Yeah. According to science, that's why you have like, because it cushions the blow
All
somewhat.
right.
But I'm like, how? All right, let's test this. Right?
When I bring the leg over, we're ready to argue.
Well, I'm like, what is the fucking evolutionary purpose? Like, how many humans died without a beard before it was like, evolution was like, hey, we should put beards on these motherfuckers because they're punching each other a lot. Like, what?
What if it was just like in a level of attraction thing? Oh, hold on. Before I get to that, I want to bring up another thing. In a real fight, a long beard is not going to protect you from blunt force.
No,
At
it's
some
like
point,
something that you
they
can
can grab onto.
Yeah, that's
and
why I'm
then
like,
it
what the...
totally goes against you.
But how many scientists do you know have like really long bushy beards?
Aside from Dumbledore and Gandalf, not many. Did you say wizard or scientist?
Scientists. Not wizards. You know,
I don't know any scientists. I'm confused here.
where am I? What year is it?
I know, right? Oh, what was I getting to? Oh, yeah. What if it's just like a level of attraction thing? Maybe because we reproduce more if we have a nice beard. then the beard continues to grow. And there's no other real point, just that it looks good.
I don't even think
if that was the case, you would have so many babies right now.
Exactly.
Look at that beard. Fuck.
But
that thing is thick as shit. I feel like I could... Don't hide from your beard. You could braid that into a mural and it would just be like a National Geographic landmark. We all wouldn't need to see that. That's not even a thing, but I just made it up for your beard alone.
My beard appreciates it. Sprinkle some scotch into it.
I have some lotion that we can put on to make it glisten a little bit much if you want to do that.
I've got beard oil. I never use it, but I've got it.
Damn, man, you gotta use it because that makes it glow.
No, dude, I used it one
It'll
time.
make the pubes poking out from. Oh, sorry. It'll make the pubes poking out from your mask glow, glisten, like you got pube sweat.
I used it like for a week when I first got it, and my whole jawline was just broken out as fuck. And I was like, all right, I can't use this anymore.
Yeah, you gotta go through some rough patches before things work.
Oh, dude,
isn't that just like the rule with everything?
My whole puberty was a rough patch of facial breakout. So we're just gonna not exacerbate that problem. Exacerbate. Masturbate.
Mm-hmm. Extra masturbate. When one doesn't do it. From exacerbate? Oh yeah, I haven't introduced you. Hey everyone. If you hear a random person in the background, or if you see us looking in this direction, we're talking to the Peanut Gallery. That's all you get. You're just PG peanut. Over there. PG. Interruption +2.
I'm trying not to interrupt.
You get like a D10 roll. Just making shit up. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never rolled real things before.
She gets a D100 and somehow manages to roll a 1.
Ooh. I feel like there's a good diss with that natty 1. You just saying natty 1 made me want to put that shit on a shirt immediately. That's catchy as fuck.
It's frustrating because I actually, when I'm at home with my roommate, when he does something really stupid, I'd just be like, ooh, natty 1. And he just looks at me and he's just like, I'm fucking killing you the next time we play. And I'm like,
I love it.
Bring it on, bitch. My character can get at anything.
Oh man, I'm going to use that so much. And it's weird because I'm over here shy, I'm doing nerd things. And then there's the other part of me that is so excited to diss people with D&D vernacular. Who is honking a horn this late? Go to bed. It's 9:12.
I think I just burped in the mic. I'm sorry if I did. I tried to be but I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of a in there.
Well, if we missed it the first time, we got it this time. Oh, thanks for the picture. Jesus, what the fuck?
Just kick open your front door and just be like, what the fuck? And just swim in there and just punch their passenger window out.
There you go, the Luigi's Mansion guy is pissed off again.
That's the Luigi Mansion guy.
Sorry guys, I didn't tell you this, so let me go to a little story time.
You bust out just boxer briefs and a Luigi hat, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
With a vacuum in my hand. Just fucking irate.
Overalls with no shirt.
What's going on? Overalls with no shirt. My sleeping attire, you mean?
Oh gosh.
The other night I was playing Luigi's Mansion 3. I just got it on the Switch. I was super excited. And my roommate just went out of town. And I was getting lit. And I was listening to music on the record player because I just built a nice table. I'm like, I'm going to enjoy this. And I don't usually relax. And so I was playing the game. And if you don't know, you got to solve puzzles. And I like solving puzzles. But I don't want to solve puzzles in silence because that's just sad. And I'm not trying to be sad. So I had music and I would turn it down and then the game would continue. So then I would turn the game up and then I'll have to solve a puzzle. So I would turn the music up again. And it created a problem because I had a crazy person knocking on my back door window telling me to turn my music down because she was my neighbor and she wasn't crazy. I was being an asshole. So I'm an angry Luigi's Mansion guy. I just stared at her in such disbelief. I'm like, What the fuck are
What
you doing
are
at my
you
back door?
doing here?
Yeah, and then I realized I was an asshole. Here we are. Welcome to Satan's room.
Just not getting used to it.
Oh.
Getting worse.
I say it's like you're just not at that level of like hate yet. You're
Of-
just like even when I'm enjoying an alcoholic beverage, I hate it. It's like
I deserve this pain.
yeah, it's like a certain level of hate, like self-hate, where you like drink black coffee and drink scotch.
Did you always start off drinking black coffee?
No, dude. When I first started drinking coffee, it was like, hazelnut. The Kroger hazelnut creamer was my go-to.
Wow, that's very specific.
Yeah, because it was a Kroger brand that was, I don't know, the like Nestle or what's the other? It starts with a D or something like that.
A D. Starts with a D. It's a D creamer. It's a cream coming out of the D. It's I'm coming up with nothing here.
Is that's what you're
I-
coming up with? Okay.
We went down the wrong road, and now I can come up with no legitimate answers.
Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy now.
Loads.
Yeah.
It's not Nestle.
What? De cafe.
No. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy.
Do you want to? I can
Huh?
Google it. If you just
D,
continue to say
I think.
words. Do I just type in D creamer?
Do not type that in.
I gotta type it in. You can't tell me
While
what
you're-
to do.
Yeah.
Like his Patreon account.
Actually, it brought up
Fans only.
stacked protein coffee creamer.
I
Interesting.
bet it's stacked protein.
Is it Dunkin'?
No,
It's not Dunkin', huh?
I want to say it's like deluxe or some
Oh.
stupid shit like that. But
All right, let me type in deluxe. Who's that? Is that me? No. Where's my phone?
if that's my phone again, I'm gonna throw it on the floor. Oh, it's my phone again. Fuck you, phone.
Oh, he literally threw it on the floor.
It's already broken. It's not like you
If
can...
y'all didn't know, you can watch this. It's Delight. Yeah? No?
Delight.
Fuck, it starts with a D. Thank you.
I think it is.
Yeah,
Delight
yeah.
creamers. Yeah.
Look at this. Is this a Ringo Bell?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
100%. That's what it is. All right, so it was that one and like Nestle and like all the other creamers that are like hazelnut flavor. Didn't like them. The Kroger one, for whatever reason, that was
fancy shit.
the hazelnut one that I liked. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like that. It was like a quarter creamer and 3/4 coffee, and I would drink that. So
Dude, that's better than what I've heard. I was not at that ratio. That's a good ratio to start.
well, I mean, in the bottom, like if this was that would be like the amount of creamer that I would put in it.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
So, and then it would be up to like there with coffee.
I mean, I know people that are 50-50, bro. 50-50.
Dude, I could not do that.
They just love it.
I
Sugar.
would throw up if I drank that much creamer. Like that is so much sugar. Like I can't do that much sugar.
No. Well,
Not in
what
one
about
go, at least.
non-sugar cream? You could probably just put that right in your mouth, couldn't you?
Non-sugar cream? I've never had non-sugar sugar
You
cream.
never had anyone give you some cream that wasn't sugar?
No.
Often.
I'm making jizz jokes here.
Oh, okay.
The peanut gallery got
never would have guessed.
it. Thank you.
I was just trying to figure out a creative way to avoid that, and it just nothing was coming to mind.
I like that. I never would have guessed.
Mm.
And here I was thinking I was being clever. Oh
No.
man, I almost drank that again. That was a mistake.
But I'd load up my coffee with some creamer, and I'd go to class. That was like when I was 18, so it was like first-ish year of college. So yeah, it was in college when I started drinking coffee.
As a whole,
Yeah,
Okay.
like I didn't really drink it in high school. Well, I drank it occasionally
that's a
in high
good
school.
point.
It
I
was
didn't
like
touch it in high school.
yeah, it was like once a month or something. It was because I went to Starbucks and got like a frappuccino or
That
some
didn't
shit. And
count.
I'm like, that's not really coffee, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you're an adult in college.
Sort
You're
of.
making adult decisions.
You're at least at the point where you're just like, oh, like the amount of sleep versus the amount of work I've got to do is actually starting to catch up to me. So you drink a little bit of coffee and you're like, oh, this is like go juice. And then you drink it for like a year and then you're just like, oh, I need more go juice. So you like take the creamer out because that's already part coffee that you're not drinking. So you replace the creamer with more coffee. And then you're like, all right, so we're back to like, oh, I can go again. And then by the third year, you're like, oh, so this like normal cup of coffee isn't doing anything. So you do like crazy shit like cold brew and espresso where you're like, oh, we've got really concentrated coffee, but we're going to add a little bit more concentrated coffee to it. And then you're like, oh, I've got a fourth year out of this now. And around the fifth year, it all starts to just not do anything. And you're at the point where I'm at now where it's like, you drink coffee because you drink coffee and it doesn't do anything for you.
I thought about that. I drank a cup of coffee last night at 10 o'clock, right? As I was continuing to edit videos for Valentine's Day releases and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I could drink a cup of coffee and immediately go to sleep. No big deal, right? Made an Americano, drank it, it was up, I edited, it was great. I was feeling tired. My back was getting achy because obviously I don't have great posture after like 4 hours of sitting in front of a computer because I suck. I don't have one of those little back thingies. They don't sponsor me, so I don't have one. And that's the only way this is going to work. And
then I get you sponsored by that and the
what are they called?
Asshole sprayer things.
It's like, I want one of those. You may be joking, but a Hello Tushy, I'm all about it. You can Hello clean
about it
my
for like
Tushy.
20 minutes last
I don't even remember. You have one? The PG has one. Damn.
Oh God.
What about the Squatty Potty? You got one of those too? Do you have the double whammy?
I have the bamboo Squatty Potty.
Oh my God, you got a Squatty Potty and a Hello Tushy.
Your shits must be amazing.
That must be like the most blissful situation. Wow, you are just sparkling over there. I feel so dirty over here now. Just a peasant. Oh God, I keep doing that harsh pee.
Peasant.
I got a peasant booty.
I got a peasant asshole.
Oh, very vivid images come to my mind.
During,
Not that I would know, but that's, yeah.
You've never seen some peasant booty?
No, I can't say that I have time traveled.
Mm-hmm.
I wish.
Okay, peasants aren't just in the past, PG.
Just imagine everything
got
back then
peasants
was
around us
covered in
everywhere.
mold.
We're in the South. Peasants everywhere. They just live for it. You see
We're
a
in the
Trump
United
supporter?
States.
Peasant.
Peasants everywhere.
I'll say that right now. Trump supporter? A peasant. You stupid. You fucked up. God, I'm so glad my parents don't watch this. Sorry, thanks for the whiskey. Peasants.
Peasants. So creepy.
Soft
Look,
pee.
there he goes again. It's over there still doing shit.
Your foot? What are you
No,
pointing
my
at?
phone. My phone. It's
Oh.
over there lighting up and making noises.
Yeah, Mike's trying to get in touch with you. He's like, I am the DM. You must answer me at all times.
No, that's literally probably what's going through his head right now, to be honest. That is very close to, like, what is... Look, there he goes again. He's probably like, what are you having them roll right now? I need to know.
My ears are itchy.
This is crazy. So, if I have a 17 strength modifier,
If she has a 17 strength
17
modifier,
score for a strength.
17 score,
my modifier is plus
she's
4
saying D&D things.
plus a racial bonus, so it makes it to like 18. Oh.
So, and you're a cleric, so strength is virtually useless for you.
It's supposed to be like
God, you're like a-
it's supposed to be like wisdom, constitution, and then choose between strength and dexterity.
If you're going to be a physical combat cleric, but if you're going to be
I
a
would say go
manipulate
for
the
that.
situation cleric,
I would
not
say
go with
definitely go for
strength.
strength.
I wouldn't.
No?
Mine's wisdom, constitution, because I
Damn.
gotta be alive to heal people.
Oh, you're healing. Well, wouldn't strength be good in case you're stuck in a tight situation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did the strength. I did dexterity strength.
Well, I guess it also kind of plays into your backstory. Where did you come from? Do you need strength in your backstory? Is that something that you would have had up until this point? Or is it something that you could have gotten away with without?
Be relatively strong.
Are you ready to get shit on by anybody that watches this that plays D&D? Because
Oh,
they are going to have an opinion.
Oh, I'm so excited. I hope they have an opinion. That would be
like-
so nice. Hey, guess what, fucks? I've never played before. You can just wait in line and I'll whip it out.
Dude, the people who have never played before are the most fun to watch because they don't have any like pre-existing knowledge or anything. They literally just go with what they think
Seat
is
of my
best
pants.
and have to fucking deal with it
I'm
when they
stoked.
pick wrong. And that's what I love about like groups that have never really played before, because it's just that much more interesting. Because like somebody will pick a stat that's like, why the fuck did you pick that? That is completely pointless. And then it's like 40 sessions down the line, and it's like that one stat pops back up and they're like, oh, and it totally makes the entire night. It makes the entire session just because that like one stat that you fucked up like 40 sessions ago.
40 fucking sessions. God damn, that's almost like, that's more than a year.
I hope we have 40 sessions.
Dude, the longest running game of D&D is like 30 years old. And it is, the guy that's been running it has actually kept like books. He's made books of every like adventurer's adventure in his world.
What's his name?
I don't know. It's some guy in Canada. I think he's in BC. You can look him up on YouTube because he's got like you have to like sign up to play in his campaign or something like that.
Dear
you have to go
God.
through like an application process.
That's like the most legendary campaign ever.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But it's like you play in it and you play your role in that campaign, or like you play through their time frame in that campaign, and then like your character and their actions like goes down in his like archive of characters that have played in his campaign.
You just go home and cry for a week. I did it. I'm done.
I'm done. My career
I
is
made
over.
I got my character in a book that no one will read.
I can't go any further. I'm sure at some point he's probably gonna like digitalize it or something.
I respect you for continuing to try to give it that face.
Eventually, it's not going to make me make this face. I'm going to like it.
Is that what you're hoping?
Yeah. All right. We were talking about toilets at some point. I don't know why. How did we get onto Hello Tushy?
I don't know.
What the fuck was I talking about?
I just heard it and I was like, oh.
I do remember asking you about coffee.
Something.
But this is why I think I'm just going to force myself to enjoy this. The only way I enjoyed black coffee is by going on a camping trip where I couldn't bring my fancy fucking creamer. It's like I can't pack creamer and go on a hiking camping trip. That's unnecessary weight. And I know hiking people are going to be like, yeah, good job, bro. Don't take the creamer. Hiking, lightweight. So at least I got that going for me. Anyway, so I had to drink black coffee for the entire fucking weekend, and it turned out to be pretty good. But that's because my best friend roasts coffee, so it's like hella fresh.
Then I'm like, there's a certain flavor of black coffee that I like, and it's like
Not French. I said not French.
not French press.
Not French roast.
Oh, not French. Yeah, definitely not French. No, but it's like the like dirt flavor almost. It's like the
Oh, like
I don't know how to explain it.
like
It's like
well, Guatemala has like ours at least, or yours. Shit, I forgot I don't work there anymore. God damn it. The coastal's Guatemala has like a grassy taste. So
Yeah,
not
it's
like
like-
more like the Sumatra maybe? Wait.
yeah, it's sort of like if I drink black coffee. So I'm like two ends of the spectrum. I like really light coffees that are like super citric-y, like very light floral flavor.
Yeah.
But that's like I want to drink that like just by itself in the middle of the day or something. Like that's the middle of the day coffee for me. Unfortunately, it's like the higher caffeine, so when I get to the end of the day and I'm just still like, let's go do shit, that becomes a problem. But like early in the morning, like especially on a really cold, shitty, snowy morning, like
God, we get those so much here.
I know it's every day.
Fuck.
But like a really cold, shitty day, I really like a kind of like darker end of the spectrum coffee. Like
It's got a little bit more body to
yeah,
it.
like
I can see that. Okay.
like a full city to like almost Vienna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like on the cusp of being like Italian roast, but not quite. Like not oily beans, but like kind of oily beans. Like if you held those beans and touched your face, you wouldn't immediately break out in like rashes and shit.
Well, let's give a shout out to Coastal then. Somerville Coastal Coffee Roasters. Pick one of those. Give me one of the origins that you would pick on said shitty cold day.
On a shitty cold day.
Yeah, that any other Joe Schmo or female Schmo could go in there, or non-binary Schmo could get.
Joe and Joanne Schmo.
Yeah, and they Schmo.
Sumatra
Nailed it.
or
Oh,
yeah, I can never say one coffee. I've never been able to just be like one.
that's probably a good idea. That way you can have multiple
Yeah,
options.
I'm like probably either Sumatra or Guatemalan Full City.
Oh, nice.
Like those are my two like go-tos for the darks.
What does PR mean?
Post roast. If you're talking about the PR numbers.
Yeah, we have a bag of coffee that just says like PR on it, and then there's a number.
Yeah, it's just like the.
I don't know what I'm drinking.
That means like processed coffee or like roasted. So it's like post roast, and then the number is the actual like specific roast number. So if Richard and I went into Cropster, we can actually pull up that roast and see exactly like what the profile was.
Okay.
Like what that exact
Oh.
roast curve was.
Okay, yeah, I got some dark ass shit that I'm sipping on. You want to tell me when to stop?
Oh, yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, just keep on going. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah.
You may need new stones. You want new stones?
No, my stones are fine, bro.
Hey
You talking shit about my
Nice.
stones?
man, I've never I'm giving you the out here.
Only one stone's working though. This is-
You're pulling an Armstrong over there, aren't
yeah,
you?
this is the Lance Armstrong of stones right there, man. It's only like
Yeah, for that to happen.
it's barely touching. Oh, look at that! It's like
Oh, this little
boop.
Oh, that's physics.
Surface tension.
Yeah. Oh shit, that was cool. You went completely out of it. We caught that on camera.
I did not mean to like slosh it a little bit though. Kind of on your.
You know what's funny is even though we caught that on camera, it's probably so blurry you can't even see it. That Canon is basically obsolete when it comes into versus like a new iPhone. It's ridiculous.
God, I just bumped into the mic.
That's okay.
Dude, I'm like
That's what we're doing
making
tonight.
love to this mic right now. Huh?
Special.
awareness.
I know. Leave it to the peanut gallery.
Special awareness, guys. It's very beneficial in your life. That way you don't run into things and you don't look like an idiot when you smack your head.
Oh my god. How much?
Fight me. I feel like I say that to her every day. I'm like, fight me.
Fight me.
Fucking fight me. The one day she actually calls me on it and just like smacks me over the head with a mixing bowl. I'm gonna be like, okay.
Dude, some of
Just
the
kidding.
that mixing hook would fuck
Yeah,
you
I know.
up.
That's why I mentioned it. I'm
That shit
like,
will
just kidding.
hurt.
Until somebody beams you in the eyeball with an aluminum foil ball.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad about it.
Yeah.
Who hit who and
I hit her in the eye with an aluminum foil ball.
but you have protective glasses on.
It was not wearing
She was
them.
not wearing glasses.
That or the eyeball thing. Yeah. It's the smoky liquid.
God in heaven.
Sorry, shield dig.
That'll give you like a release.
Shog dog.
I know. I really hope my aunt and uncle don't watch this episode. Because they gave my parents this whiskey. Or the scotch. We're just over here just taking a dump on it.
Well,
But you
like, I'm
like
used
it.
to- well,
Nope. You don't like the smoke either. Alright, we're on the same page here.
I like the smoky, but it's not like real leathery. And that's what I'm used to with scotch, where it's like, you know that like smell when you've smelled like cured leather? Just like raw plain. I used to make furniture. Don't give me that fucking look.
Bro, all I can think about is leathery balls. I don't know.
That makes you
Does
want
that
to
make me...
drink it?
No, but it's like a smell. It's like this really rich kind of.
It's like poignant.
Yeah, it's like a very definite smell. Like I'm sure you've smelled like leather, like jackets and stuff. It smells different than that.
I have many leather-bound books.
Yeah, I'm like that's almost closer, but
Leather-bound
leather-bound
books, that
books
was
even pick
good.
up like a smell of the paper or some shit. I feel like it's something just went right over my head. Like, whew.
What?
Anyways,
I was quoting on burgundy.
yeah, like leather has like that definite smell
Yeah.
to it, and
But I can taste that when I drink this.
you get that.
Yeah.
Because I don't. I'm just getting like the smoky
Like
from
you
it.
said, you started talking about fresh tan leather, and
Mhm.
it just went into my mind. Like that's exactly what that tastes like to me.
Well, and like my
Smoky
nose
King
is
over there.
kind of, I don't know, my nose has been fucked the fuck up for like the last 2 weeks. I can't smell anything. It has not been working. Every time I wake up in the morning, I'm like gasping for breath. I'm like,
Dude,
yeah,
do you have a ceiling fan?
yeah,
Have you dusted it?
yeah. Dude, my room is like,
God damn you, OCD motherfucker.
yeah,
I felt so good. I'm like, hey man, let me help you out here. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm a real adult. I already did that. I'm like,
I wouldn't say a real adult is more so just like somebody who works through their problems by cleaning.
hey, there's
So-
nothing wrong with that. There's an end product, and that's nice to experience.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like, it's therapeutic, I guess, in two directions.
What a great, that should be the lesson that we talk about for this episode, which is something I want to do now. For every episode, we have to have a life lesson. We can't just talk about fucking
Can
bullshit.
we have like the more you know?
Oh, I'll
stuff
do it.
going
I'll
across
do
the
it.
screen?
I'll make a note right now. Where are we at? We're at minute 37. We're going to do a more you know.
The more you
Okay,
know.
just let me type this out. We're talking about episode. This is 36. The more you know. And we're at minute. What did I say again? 37. Okay. It's cool.
Oh, you're actually. I don't.
So that I know going back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I don't make a note now, I'm not going to remember to do it later. And then I got to talk it out for a podcast reason. Otherwise, everyone's like, oh, look, there's dead air. You're not famous enough for dead air. You better talk the entire time.
Dead air sounds like a really like descriptive way of describing a just really raunchy fart. Dead air, just dead air.
Okay, I definitely went more of the Peanut Gallery's idea of like, that just sounds like an emo 90s band. But a raunchy fart, that's funny. I like that.
Like that's where I feel like it's
nasty.
good.
Eric to make it nasty.
Yeah, that is so nasty.
Oh, who passed that dead air? It's just like Nana just died in the corner or some shit.
What do you mean? Nana's dead body passed the dead air.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dog.
can that would be the fart of a dead person? Or is that too morose?
The foot.
Is morose a word? It is. All right. The Peanut Gallery approves. I like having you over there. That's very nice. It's like, reference check. Okay.
Types it in.
We're not as dumb as I thought. Fucking shit, man.
Les, what did you say earlier today?
What did I say earlier today? I always say something stupid. I say the wrong word every time.
The wrong phrase.
I know.
It was funny though.
It's just, I will never forget what, oh my God, I need to reference what you say. Do I give you a real name or do I refer to you as PG? Anyways, my brain being like a hamster running on a wheel, and then I try and talk, and then all of a sudden I trip, and the hamster just spins around, and all the words come out out of order. Spot on.
Is that how I described it?
Yeah. And I have never forgotten because it fits so well. I'll try to say anything. I'm like, God damn it, those are all the wrong words. Oh, I said beer pour. I said borpier. Oh yeah, this borpier over here. I'm like, nope, that was wrong. Try again. Beer pour. Yeah.
You just switched the first letter, which is pretty common actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
You trying to tell me I'm not special?
No,
But I want to be special.
I'm just trying to say you're not low.
What is it when you
Oh,
flip
nice.
numbers?
Okay. Dyslexia?
That's
Actually,
numerically
dyslexia
dyslexic.
is something a little bit different, isn't it? Is it not? It's not just
Reverse the order of letters.
Yeah. It's like B's and D's are hard for you to understand because they look exactly the same.
Numbers in
Learning to write.
numbers in groups always fuck with me.
And their P's and their Q's.
Yeah. Because, yeah. What do you mean numbers fuck with you?
So like,
Like you can't tell the difference
If I
between a 3 and a
see-
7?
no, I know the difference between a 3 and a 7. When I see like 3 and 7, like 37, sometimes like when I'm like
You
reading,
times it.
I see it
Okay.
as 73. Or if I see groups of like 3, so like 103 might be like 301 kind of thing. It's like I always get the first and last like flipped.
That's pretty common too.
So like,
That gets on my nerves.
It doesn't happen to you all the time. It's like, it's a pretty common thing.
Just don't be an accountant.
Oh yeah. No.
Unless you're going to be the accountant like that guy, Affleck, and you're just going to kill a lot of people. I think you could do that.
Maybe they kill a lot of people.
That's the only part
Especially
I
if they're driving in fucking rush hour in Somerville.
Oh, yeah, we were going to let you rant about that. Here you go, everybody.
No, we don't need to let me rant about that because my blood pressure's already like. Let's see here right now. Bill Cosby talking about my blood pressure is gonna be 79. Actually, that's kind of low.
I was about to say, is that high?
Pretty normal.
Yeah, that's like my normal. Actually, that's not even. That is a little
Was it
high.
Higher or lower for you?
My normal is 61. Is my resting.
Oh, that's really calm for you, isn't it? Right? Isn't it?
That's just like I'm sitting at
don't
home
know
reading a
blood
book
sugar.
or something at 61.
So
Okay.
it would make sense for it to be
Blood
in
pressure.
the 60s.
My sleeping one is like 55 or something.
Okay. So you don't want to rant then about your day, which is fine. Like, we don't need to bring up negative shit.
It's not negative, just today sucked. This week it sucked.
Okay, how are you about to tell me it's not negative and then say it sucked? Yeah, I mean, if it feels bad to bring it up, then let's not bring it up. We can just keep talking about bullshit.
No, I can joke about it now, but in the heat of the moment, it was not good.
Okay.
So
Well, let's see how
I
this
get
goes.
up. I get up this morning. Alarm clock. Slept right through it.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah, wait. Were you opening?
no,
Okay.
that's like the good side of things. But
Just watch me point out all the good things of your day so you can hate me even more.
no, that's what I'm like. I know. I agree.
I'm going to take my devil horns
I'm there
off.
with you.
And I'm going to put
You little
I'm
angel.
going to put the angel halo that I gave up on my way down to hell.
So no, this morning I wake up, I woke up realizing I had slept through my alarm, which is really rare. I usually wake up 5 minutes, almost like consistently 5 minutes before my alarm goes off. So yeah, I had slept through it for like 10 or so minutes. But I realized it's because I am now turning my alarm off in my sleep. When it goes off, I'm hitting snooze without even being conscious. So
That's next level. Don't
yeah, that's next level shit.
Dude,
for,
your
like-
anxiety is gone about oversleeping.
Yeah. So, well, it used to be like my old room setup before I moved. I kept my alarm clock on the complete opposite side of the room, so when it would go off, it would keep going off until I got out of bed to go turn it off.
Does that work?
Yeah, it would
Okay.
actually get me out of bed. Once I'm up, I'm like, and I would just like stumble off down through the house with like running shorts on or some shit, and I'd go make coffee. Which was interesting because my old roommate Jeremy, he was usually up like 30 minutes before me. He worked for like Starbucks or some shit, and he had to be up like stupid early, so he was always up before me, and I'd like come stumbling out of my room with like socks and running shorts on. And I remember there were like a handful of times in the morning where I'm like, Jeremy's like the complete opposite personality of me. Super outgoing, super like energetic, very engaging, like
What?
complete opposite.
Weren't you friends before you were roommates?
Yeah. And I'm like, it was good because I'm like, Jeremy's like somebody who'd like engage me, so I would
Okay.
actually talk to him. So anyways, I'd come stumbling out of the room and I would just be like, and Jeremy's like, hey, what's up, man? You want some eggs? I'm making some eggs right now. I gotta go to work in 5 minutes, but I'm making these eggs. You want some eggs? I'm just like, and he would, yeah.
You're a fucking Sesame
And-
Street character.
Yeah, and I would just be like standing there and a plate of eggs would appear in front of me. I'd be like, I'd just eat them and I'd go back upstairs and get ready for work, and I'd like somehow get to work without even knowing it.
Without even knowing how you get to work.
Yeah, and I just like be at work and I'm like, there's like driving drunk and then there's driving sleep deprived. And it's
Which
like
is more scary.
yeah, it's like the exact same thing basically.
No, it's more terrifying. Because if you're sleep deprived, you're going to fall asleep super fast. If you're drunk, at least you're a little coherent. You're trying to do better. If you're asleep, you can't try and do better. You're done.
Oh, but God, oh man, I went off on a tangent on that. Anyway, so this morning I get up and I've realized that I've done that shit where I've turned the alarm off because it's not on the other side of the room anymore. So I'm gonna make note to like do that when I get home to just move it. Anyways,
Okay.
Sure.
I get ready for work and I go to shave my neck beard. And shaving is a term we use lightly because it was more like butchered my neck beard. I'm like, I almost needed a fucking blood transfusion after that shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There's enough blood on here that looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I was like, we're going to take a shower. So I get in the shower. I'm showering and everything. I'm like hopefully washing off all the like blood and gore from my neck.
Does it look like you murdered someone? Just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
blood
it's just
dripping
like-
at the bottom of the toe.
Anyway, no, it was like I didn't even notice it. Huh?
Were you just awake?
No, I was completely awake. This well, because I remember it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But so I'm like I'm like washing my feet or something. I'm like precariously balancing on one foot while I'm like scrubbing my foot, and I just whoops, and just like bust ass in the shower.
Dude,
Yeah.
your clean foot is not worth that much.
No, it's not. So I was like, all right,
Shower in the bathtub.
busted ass in the shower.
In the house.
It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and I've almost risked my life just taking a fucking shower and shaving. So,
Almost slit your fucking throat.
yeah, almost slit my throat, and then almost broke my neck in the fucking shower.
Why am I laughing?
So this is cool.
Is that why you didn't shave the back of your neck?
How about you
Shots
step the
fired.
fuck off? Get out of here.
If y'all didn't
Can
catch
we,
this.
can we just remove her from the room at this
Actually,
point?
I feel like our mics are not picking up the peanut gallery.
Good,
but
because
the camera
peanut gallery
is.
can keep their mouth shut.
And so I'm just going to throw subtitles in the bottom. Just,
I was like, nobody will notice the back of my neck if I just shave the front of my neck, but apparently it is now noticeable. So thank you for adding to my social anxiety.
you made the worst.
Anyways.
You made the day worse now.
Yeah, you have just made the day a little bit more frustrating. Anyways, so nearly risked my life in the shower. So just cleaning myself. Anyways, get out of the shower. Everything goes smoothly. Go downstairs, get in the car, drive to work. Everything's going pretty smooth until I get to about Carnes Crossroads area, which is where
like 2 minutes
the
from your house.
stupid fuckery always happens. I had some jackass. I'm driving along, going along like 50 miles per hour. There's like maybe like 20 yards between me and the car in front of me. I'm driving along, going right through the green light. And this motherfucker decides they're like, oh, I'm just going to zoom right in there in the fucking intersection.
No.
So I'm like, joke's on you, bitch. My car is not worth like the insurance money that I'm going to get out of it. So I'm just going to plow the fuck right into you if you decide to pull out in front of me like that. So anyways, Good Samaritan Eric's like, I'm just not going to make a scene this morning. I'm just going to and this motherfucker pulls out in front of me, and then I like skirt around him, and as I pass him, I just look at him and go like, what are you doing? And I just keep driving, and they looked at me like, where did you come from? And I'm like, I was there all along. I'm pretty hard to miss. Anyways, keep driving. Get the fucking get to work, and I work for about 30 minutes, and then I realized I'm not clocked in.
No.
So they got 30 minutes of free labor out of me, and that was the icing on the cake for the morning.
Your face.
That's where the real rage began.
That's what's happening right now. His face. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see the face on the podcast, but
Yeah, if you watch the YouTube, you can.
it's a new level of anger and frustration.
I almost want to get up and just like fix the camera so that we can zoom in on it.
Just zoom in on
Quiet.
Are you down for this?
I mean, the story's almost over. If you
Okay, fine.
go for it if you want, though.
Oh, okay.
Go for it. Oh,
You
okay.
gave me the okay.
Pause the story.
Face is gone.
I'm gonna take a little sip while he's doing that zoom in.
Nope, the zoom in. You gotta do the face.
He doesn't.
I don't know if I can redo that face though.
That's why I said it was gone.
Do it,
Yeah.
Do it right now.
I can't do that on cue. Huh?
Your eye was slightly twitching.
What just?
Like that?
It was like, and then I realized
30 minutes of free
I
work.
wasn't clocked in.
30 minutes of free work. And I was not clocked in. I can't do it now. The rage that came to be when I was
I can fix it for you right now.
It's okay. That was funny enough of me just getting it really close to your face. I got like all the way up in there. We're like right here.
30 minutes of free
And
work.
you're just like
Real tight. Robert De Niro.
was that
So-
Robert De Niro?
That's what you look like.
Oh, I'll take that. That's a good compliment. We're down for that. All right, cool. We're still in the frame. All right, so 30 minutes of free work, which is great because that's what you always want to
No,
give
it's
your
not
employer.
great. Yeah, if you're an employer, that's great.
Hold on a second. You're not leaving before we're done, are you? You can't leave now. We're almost done. After the story, that's it.
But I've got to be up at like 4 a.m. to do shit.
I love that we're doing this right now because it's
That's
like
my-
we're ending the
That's my peanut
episode
gallery
on
voice.
this story, right? And I have done everything in my power to make sure we pause the climax.
Oh, you always pause the climax. You get a few more minutes out of it.
You gotta.
Just gotta thrust right in there. And
Yeah. You can't pause too much though, because sometimes it goes backwards,
uh-oh.
and then it's a problem. That's called a mood killer. So 30 minutes of no free work. What the fuck ever?
Oh god. So yeah, then I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna clock in. And
So wait, you can't get that
I
time
do
back.
that, and I go to the front, and I was like, I'm really fucking hungry this morning. I brought what I'm gonna refer to as this from now on because I love Ryan's ways of describing things. He called it a redneck charcuterie board. And I literally brought summer sausage, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk right now. Summer sausage, cheddar cheese, and club crackers to work
Dude.
because I was like, I'm really fucking hungry for this today. I'm bringing it. It was like right there in front of me in the fridge this morning. I'm like, fuck it. I grabbed it all, put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm like, I'm taking it to work. I'm hungry. So anyways, I get there. I bust that shit out. I'm eating it. Nothing bad there until my crackers broke.
I don't even know what you said. That fucking
I
face.
said until my crackers broke.
All the crackers.
And then it went from a redneck charcuterie board to a redneck crumb board, and I was just like, motherfucker, I don't want to eat cheese and meat. I want to eat cheese, meat, and crumb crackers. So that was another frustrating thing that happened. So anyways, I get on the online orders thing for coffee, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I pull it up, and this thing's already, so it's a Windows 7 computer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Windows, it's made for Windows 7. Brad updated it to Windows 10.
Oh no.
It was subpar for Windows 7, so what do you think it means for Windows 10? It takes one eternity. Like I've measured the time, one eternity for this computer to turn on. And I shit you not,
turn
dude.
on the night before
when
you go in for work.
when I got into work today at 9:05 JK, I really clocked in at 9:35. Anyways, when I got there at 9:35, I turned the computer on, and in about 10:05, it was usable.
What the fuck was that?
That was my brain going like, the fuck is time right now? Anyway, so at about 10:05, the computer was usable. So I log on to the online inventory, the online order shit. So that's the way it gets real good. There's the label maker, the Dymo. The Dymo's a bitch. It's a little cunt. I fucking hate the Dymo. If there was an Office Space moment with any piece of electronics that I could choose to have an Office Space moment with, it would be the Dymo.
That will be your copier.
Yes. Because yesterday it wouldn't print, it would print 3 labels when I really asked for one, because it was just like, hey bitch, my little like wheel thingy that the labels roll on, it was 1 millimeter too wide.
Oh shit.
So you just gotta go beep, and then it prints just fine. But if it's out 1 millimeter, it won't print shit. So anyways,
Fuck.
Dymo and I had a little moment yesterday over that. So anyways, I go and plug it in today, and I'm like, bitch, you better work, because I know every time I plug your bitch ass in, you do all kinds of crazy shit. You're only good for Richard. I don't know what Richard does to that thing, but he just like whispers sweet somethings into its ear, and it just prints labels all day.
If that's not the most like Richard thing ever.
Yeah.
Do it really
So I'm like, I go to print, I plug that bitch in, all of a sudden it just starts printing shit. I'm like, I haven't asked you to print anything.
Oh my god.
Like 12 labels later, I'm like, where are these labels coming from? These are coming from 2020. It's 2021. We're in the wrong fucking year. You're printing labels from the past. Are you a time traveler? Are you like,
Time traveler's dynamo.
yeah, I'm like, are you like a space-time continuum shit right now? So anyways, I unplug it. I'm like, all right, we're wasting labels at this point. I go and figure out through the fucking computer that it had cached away some like labels from 2020. So I get rid of all of those and I plug the Dymo back in. Okay, we're all good. We're kosher. We're running fine. So that was frustrating. That really frustrates me when equipment doesn't work, which is a daily occurrence at work. So yeah, got that thing functioning, and then I log in, and I finally at like almost 11 fucking o'clock get to print my first label.
Oh my god, dude. No.
Label 1 of guess how many?
Oh,
1.
no. Of 1?
So I have 1 label that I needed to print today, and I have now spent 30 minutes worth of work trying to get that label to print. So yeah, got that printed. I filled that shit and just put it in this nice little box, ready to go, and out the door.
Okay.
If it fits, it ships, and the way it goes.
That's good. At least that's a positive.
So then
it's really hard for me to play angel advocate and point out the brighter side of things.
This is
I'm laughing too hard. I can't do it.
I feel like this is a long story for just like such a short day, but we're
okay.
second to last thing that was like the epitome of today.
Go for it. Put
These
the
I feel
nail in
like
the
these are like
coffin.
such like minuscule little problems. Like there are bigger
You know,
problems in this world, but this
There are, but a lot of us deal with dumb, tiny shit, and
Yeah.
we feel bad for bitching about it. And so,
I'm like, I feel
bitch
bad for
about
bitching
it.
about this, but I'm like, it's just so fucking frustrating.
get it out, brother. Get it out.
You're just so fucked.
So, flip on the roaster, go over, turn on the power,
Mm-hmm.
turn on the gas, turn on the burners, turn on everything. Roaster starts up just fine.
Mm.
I cleaned it out yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
so it was ready to go. Heats up perfectly right up to temp. One redeeming quality about that warehouse, that roaster, if it doesn't work, it's fixable. And it's fixable within 5 minutes. It hardly ever gives us any trouble. That thing is like the saving grace back there. If something's going to work, it's going to be the roaster. So you turn that thing on, everything heats up perfectly. Software runs great. Drop my first batch. This is where the real fuckery begins. So,
Oh my god.
first batch in, Mexican Chiapas. Not too big of a deal, except the end of the roast was just like, I don't know. I guess Richard ended it, and then it dropped, and then it actually recorded the end. So it's always weird. I've learned to like account for the drop, so my develop time percentages are correct. There's like the like actual like first crack and then in temperature, and then in between is the development time.
Right.
And if you roast directly to the curve, you will always end 5 to 8% ahead of the actual correct development time. So that's where I've learned to account for that over time, and then I always slow the roast down a little bit beforehand so it gets there. Anyways, so that it was okay. It got in there. It was like kind of like, oh, let's throw it on in. It's fine. So it's acceptable. already thrown off my game with that.
That's
So
not the best. Okay.
I get to the next roast, which is Yurgachev. Now, let's go. We're going to time travel again. We're going to go back to last week when I dropped the Yurgachev. So I dropped the Yurgachev, first roast, perfect. One of the best roasts that I've had in like a year. It was a almost flawless, fucking perfect roast.
Well done. I'm so proud of you.
Fucking-
last week.
Fucking clap. All right,
This clap
so,
is last week.
second roast that went in, another 15 pounds of Yurgachev. Why there were two 15 pounds? I don't know, but Richard's got his reasons. So I was like, I don't ask the questions, I roast the beans.
The other most Richard thing.
Yeah. So I don't ask questions, I roast the beans. So I dropped the second roast of Yurgachev in there, and I noticed there was fuckery. There was a noise that I was expecting that didn't happen, and it's the beans turning in the drum, and I was like, oh, there's no beans rattling. So I looked in there, the beans weren't moving. They were burning because
The drum wasn't moving.
the drum wasn't moving, which means that the drive chain on the back of the drum had come off of the drum. So the roaster is at 409 degrees. The beans are not moving, which means that the beans that are touching the drum are instantly burning. And I'm like, oh, this is the problem. So you know what my answer to that problem was?
Shut it all off.
Oh no, it wasn't shut it all off because that'll overheat the roaster and potentially warp the drum.
Oh shit.
My answer was to get the beans the fuck out of the drum
So you dropped
so
it?
I could drop the temperature really quickly. And, well, not really quickly, but acceptable amount that wouldn't damage the roaster. So I opened the beans, but guess what I didn't do? I didn't dump the beans that were cooling in the cooling tray out. So I mixed roasted and unroasted beans.
No.
Oh, yes. So, anyways, that was my last week's experience with Yurgachev. And this week's experience with
That was
Yurgachev.
last week's?
That was last week.
Fuck,
But
I would have rage quit. I would have gone home
no,
immediately.
I was just like, it's fine. It's fine. I've fucking done this before. This is not my first time roasting for a company. So,
But
picking out beans.
yeah. And I was like, I can fix this. It's fine.
At
It's
least
part of the job.
last week, though, that's the only problem, right?
Yeah, that was the only problem last week. Last week
Easier
was
to
fine.
deal with.
Anyways, but I'm like, that's part of roasting. You fuck up sometimes, you fix it. It's not a big deal. It's tedious work. Somebody gotta do it.
What did you do this week?
So, anyways, this week the Yurgachev, it's in there. It's running great. And I'm like, okay, your Mexico Chiapas was a little rough, but sometimes have rough starts. We're gonna roll on into the next roast. We'll be fine. And then Brad comes over.
Oh, God.
Brad starts talking to me about cold brew and kombucha. And I'm already irritated about this discussion. We won't get into that right now. But
Yeah, probably a good idea.
probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But he starts talking to me about that. And I'm like trying to discuss this with him. And I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. Well, when this discussion started, those beans were at 460, oh God, not 460
I was
degrees.
about to
Those
say,
bitches would be
what?
burned. 360 degrees. They were close to first crack, but I had already flipped the airflow over so it would slow the roast down.
And Yurgachev is a light roast, so it
Yeah,
stops early.
you need to slow it down kind of early. You need to drop the temperature early, but I had already slowed it down. So I was like, next thing I got to do is drop the temperature. Well, I dropped the temperature, what normally would have been the correct amount. But okay, so the roaster, Richard and I affectionately call her Deidre. So because it's a Diedrich. But anyways, Deidre decided to be a bitch today. And Deidre's gas pressures were just all over the place. So, which is a semi frequent thing. It fluctuates. I mean, our gas line is fucked as all hell. So, anyways, you gotta keep an eye on the gas pressure relatively frequently. But anyways, change the air over, drop the gas. Well, for whatever fucking reason, the gas climbed. And that's not a frequent occurrence, but it's happened in the past.
Just no bueno.
So anyways, I'm talking to Brad, I come back and I'm like, I hear the alarm on the computer. It's like a brant, brant, brant when the first crack is happening. And I go over there. Guess what? First crack had happened. But the coffee comes out at 420 degrees. Guess what temperature the roaster was? 415 degrees. And guess what? It's got 20% developed time, or maybe it's 411. Okay, just the matter. Can't remember that exact coffee,
Premature though, right?
but very premature by about 15% development time premature. So I was at basically the drop temperature at 3% development time. So I do everything. I shut everything down. I shut down gas. I like flip the air, like the air's already flipped. I got the gas. I'm just sitting there like, come on, bitch, cool down. Please cool down. Oh no, it's still going up. It gets up to like 4 degrees over the drop temperature. I'm like, fuck it, I drop it. So I drop it and it's only developed for like 10% or something.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be at like 22% development or something like that. So I was just like, God damn it. So I fucked up last week's Yirgachev. I fucked up this week's Yirgachev. So I just put it in a bag and I labeled it Yerg. I fucked it up. Come at me or something like that. And I put it in the corner. Yeah. So I was like, I put it in the corner. I'll deal with it later. Richard and I will taste it. You'll see if it tastes where it should, because sometimes it'll taste just fine even if it didn't develop, and we'll still like be able to use it. But until we taste it, we can't be 100% sure.
Yeah, and you're not going to give that to the public if it doesn't taste right.
Yeah, with that, if we haven't tasted it or something, it doesn't meet that profile, then it doesn't go out.
Right.
So anyways, it's bagged up, it's fine, whatever. So I was irritated. I was a little irritated with Brad because I'm like, why are you distracting me while I'm roasting? That's like the one thing I'm like, don't fucking bother me when you hear that machine running and I'm the only one here. So, and I've made this very clear. I've made it clear to other people at work there that have come back there and just been like bothering me with useless bullshit. And I look at him and I'm like, did you see the chain that I pulled across this area?
Oh my God, you chain it?
Yes.
There's only one rule for Roasting Club. Don't bother the roaster.
Yeah.
Disregard that chain, though.
Because I'm like, I get distracted very easily. And if people come back there and ask me questions, I like to solve problems. So if you bring a problem to me, I will generally give it a lot of attention. And if I'm
That's
doing
true.
something
That's
that
very
requires a lot of attention, then I divide my attention and things just go south from there. So yeah, I was a little frustrated with that. And then the next roast didn't go quite so well, but I kind of recovered until I got to the Ethiopian Sidamo.
Oh,
and then I realized that we were having Ethiopian Sidamo and that the delivery of green bean Ethiopian wasn't coming until like 4 o'clock today. So I was out of beans to roast basically. And I was like, oh cool, I've done 4 roasts today and I've heated up the roaster and all this shit. And now just pissing in the wind. It's like wind's coming from that direction. I whip my dick out and I pee in it and I've got piss all over my face. So that's where we were.
And so you went home.
Nope. One last thing happened.
There's more?
To top today off.
Don't you do it.
Oh, it's the peanut gallery could contribute to this one.
Oh.
So I had a dirty mug of coffee.
Oh, God.
That I got in the beginning of the morning that was like 3 or 4 mugs of coffee in because it was that kind of day. And at this point it had like multiple rings on the inside from like where I've just let it sit for a little while. So I finally finished it. Yeah, I'm like, I need to actually like drink some water today. So I was like, I'm just gonna like drink some water. I'm gonna go clean this mug in between roasts and while I'm figuring out my shit. Go into the kitchen, go to clean my mug, and a peanut gallery started talking to me, and I just fucking with my world, and I dropped the mug, and it was a little drop. It was like that far. Normally it would just hit the bottom, bounce, no problem. That bitch shattered.
Oh my God.
I was like, the fuck ever. It seems like I Hulk smashed this thing, like frat boy spring break that pint glass on the floor, like Ryan from The Office or some shit. Just yeah. Anyways, smashed that thing in the sink, and I just looked at it and I was like, this is the sign.
Going home.
Is that the sign that made you go home?
That was the sign. I was like, everything I have touched today has just been a fucking shit show.
I'm so sorry.
So I cleaned up my broke ass mug. I took it to my broke ass trash can, and I threw it my broke ass away. And then I picked up my broke ass hopes and dreams, and I left work after telling Mr. Bradley that I was like, look, today's just been a bad day. Everything's caught up. we're good on orders. We're good on everything. We're squared away. I'll see you tomorrow. And he's like, okay. And I left.
Damn, dude.
Chaos wherever I go.
Yep.
That's a bad day.
And I came home and I was like, I'm going to take a little nap. I don't normally nap. Not a napper. Fucking hate it. Because it's like time travel for me. It like fucks with my like mental clock or whatever.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the fact that humans are programmed to have a nap in the middle of the day, but that's fine.
I'm like, it just, I don't know. It like fucks with my head. So I took an astronaut nap, which is just like you drink like a cup of coffee.
A coffee
and
nap.
before it hits your blood, you fall asleep.
Why is that
and
an
then
astronaut nap?
I don't know why it's called that. I just know
I've
that's
only
what
heard
it's
it called a coffee nap, which makes sense.
But when you
Where's
wake
the
up,
astronaut coming from?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's just what
It's
they
just
called
like a
it for
Virginia
my
thing?
hometown. Yeah, I'm like, that's what they called it in my hometown. Is an
You
astronaut
Roanoke
nap.
people are weird.
But yeah, did one of those. Woke up and I was like, all right, we're good to go. Went for a run, came back, ate some food.
So everything after the nap has been kosher.
Relatively kosher, yeah.
Okay.
And then I came
Aside
and
from the
met you at
traffic.
Oak Road. Huh?
Aside from the traffic.
Oh, we won't. That's a whole nother story. Let's just say people in Somerville don't know how to fucking drive to save their fucking life.
That is the thing of the entire country. We're the worst drivers. I get it.
Dude, I'm like Seattle, San Francisco, like DC, everywhere I've lived. Fucking people drive just like boom, 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 boom. It's just choo, 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 choo. Like beltways, everything. Like people in and out, traffic, everything. Everybody's moving though. Like no stupid braking for a car that's like turning like 2 miles ahead of you. You see brake lights, you need a fucking like binoculars or some shit to see their goddamn brake lights. But they're braking like 2 miles ahead of you, so the car in front of you just decides they're gonna slam on their brakes.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Welcome to South Carolina.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that happens around here. I'm like DC or something, you like driving along, like going through the beltway, like no problem. The car like jukes in front of me. You're like, oh, they're like, I'm like 2 feet off of their bumper, but they're not gonna stop because nobody did. Like once they got on the highway, they were fucking going. The only reason why you saw brake lights is because there was like an accident, which was really rare because people actually got on there and fucking drove. You never saw a person on their cell phone. You never saw a person like fucking around in their car or some shit. They were on there. They were driving. They were going from A to B, getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Getting, out here in Main Street in Somerville, you got cell phone in one hand. You got like Taco Bell in the other. You got
cigarette
like
in between his fingers.
You got and in the mouth. You got
double.
another cell phone too, like up in their shoulder. And then you've got like the kid in the passenger seat who's currently in the passenger seat, but in the time that you've been watching them has gone between the passenger seat and the back seat about 8 times.
TikToking the whole time.
Yeah, with the dog.
With the dog.
Also, they're dragging their muffler. None of their lights work.
Everything Carolina squat. So
Yeah, Carolina squat, so the muffler's dragging along with the whole back end of the fucking car. And they're just like driving along.
Oh, fuck, man.
And then you're driving along, okay, cruising along about 50 miles per hour. They're cruising along about 20 miles per hour. And there's no cars in front of you. And suddenly they just decide that they don't want to be in the right lane anymore. They're just going to get in the left lane.
They don't signal.
With no signal. Yeah, thank you. No signal or anything. They just cruise right into the left lane. You almost smack the shit out of them because they're going 20 and you're going 50. And they just decide they were going to change lanes. And then, you slam on your brakes. And then you got like jackass Ricer in the right lane who is behind you riding your ass the whole time, who's now trying to pass you. And now the fucking idiot with Carolina squat in the left lane who just cut you off decides they're going to get back in the right lane and cut off the Ricer, who then tries to turn into you. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Welcome to South Carolina.
I'm like, how do they just hand out licenses in South Carolina? Like
So
stickers
much.
and Apple Jacks?
Yeah.
Or some shit? Like
We learned how to drive on golf carts, and then we just get handed a license.
Cracker Jacks. Thank you. Apple Jacks. I don't know why I call them Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
But yeah, it's like,
I didn't even catch that.
it's like you buy a fucking box of Cracker Jacks, you get a fucking South Carolina license. Like, I don't get it.
Hey, man, we just want to get money.
It's amazing.
Like-
People don't know how to work a roundabout. So
Oh my God,
somebody
yeah.
almost hit me in a roundabout.
Oh.
Because they
They're
didn't
so easy to do.
yield. It was like the basic fundamentals of a roundabout. And I'm like, fucking South Carolina drivers. Why do you drivers?
I'm excited to leave for the traffic alone has got me excited. I don't want to rile you up anymore because we need to.
Oh, I'm riled up. Let's see. We
We need-
started this at like 71. I'm at 100 beats per minute right
Oh
now.
my God.
We're a whole 30 beats per minute higher than when we started.
Fuck. Okay, we're definitely ending this then. We need to calm Eric down.
Yeah. Eric needs more scotch.
We're gonna drink and calm Eric down. Thank you for being on the podcast and sharing your wonderful stories.
Always my delight.
Hey guys, if you live in South Carolina, don't be a fuck. Drive better. If you don't live in South Carolina, the same rule applies. Don't be a fuck. Drive better. And remember that bad days happen, and maybe you should take a nap because we're built that way. Okay, bye. Cause you suck, Jimmy.